I'm sure you can very well imagine what's going through my mind at the moment. I don't know, just thinking, who was there for the Aston Villa game away? Just raise of hands. Right, it's not so long ago, right? Who was there for the Bournemouth game away? Who was there for the Forest game away? What are we doing? Seriously, it's a joke. It's a joke. I'd like to, and again, I will start by saying this. 100% respect and credit to Luton because they're a terrific outfit. What they do as a club, the players, the manager, they deserve whatever's coming to them. They're really, really, really a good club. In that phase, I've just got to defend my team, my club. Like I don't understand how I really understand how we can go through this phase, through these events, and not come to the conclusion that it's a foul. You've got a striker, and good luck to him, who's looked at the goalkeeper. As a look at a goalkeeper, takes a couple of steps back, backs into him, clears away for his colleague. Then he has a look at the referee to see if he gets away with it. Ball goes in, none of the Luton players celebrate. Nobody. And from the side, I think I was just complaining because I say, if I don't complain, they might get away with this, you never know. So I complain, but thinking in my head, surely that's going to be obviously given a foul. And I'm seeing the VAR's not intervening or not sorting it out. I'm seeing the refs having a think about it, and I can see like, oh, it's going to go about clear and obvious error again, and we're going to have that same discussion that we have every single time. And then for those who were here in the conversation we had after Aston Villa, for those who were here in the conversation that we had after Bournemouth, after Forest, so how many times are going to keep happening? Tell you what, couple of lines in the newspaper, and on we go. Consequences, zero. Couple of lines, maybe if we're lucky, we'll get a bit of a feature like on one of these like specialist things where they explain what the referee's decision was. But we won't spend too much time on it because we got to worry about what Man United's done, what Liverpool's done, and what's happening in that game, and we move on. But I can honestly say, like, whether the referees themselves are confused with the rules, which they would have my entire sympathy then, or whether it's us who are not collectively able to understand the rules that are very clear to them. At this moment in time, I go to my players and I'm saying, of course, we've got to always look at ourselves. But I can't give you an explanation for what's happened at the end and how you have to interpret that, especially given that not so long ago we had a similar press conference against Aston Villa. There was a bit more humour into it. It's a bit more like, come on, boys. It's even against my nature, honestly. I'm doing stuff here against my nature because I would only like to congratulate Luton. I would only like to tell my players, like, this is what you have to do. In this moment, this is how we improve. But yeah, I'm shocked, I'm disappointed. But if you know me, then tomorrow you know that the only person I'll blame is always ourselves and what we can do better. But yeah, hopefully it balance out, and then you'll get a lot of angry managers from the opposition team about how it's all balancing out for us at some point.
Were you a little bit surprised maybe you didn't go look at the monitor, for example?
I think you can give it there and then. It's not that much more complicated. You have to give it there and then. If then you start saying, okay, let me pause, let me listen to the VAR, let me go to the monitor, you're starting to make up stories in your head maybe that it's couldn't be more clear. Couldn't be more clear. And if it's allowed in this phase and it's allowed for every phase, then we can go and put our players on the goalkeepers, back into the goalkeepers. The difference between standing your ground, and backing into someone, it's a very, when the person is focused on the ball, to go to the ball, whether it's a defender, whatever, it's a big difference. And especially if it involves a goalkeeper. But okay, look, I have to say honestly, these situations and moments can leave a person that's been 20 years in the game confused at times.